complain so much that I actually can't find a spot in my house to do this introduction video that isn't so messy that I don't want anybody else to see it. There are just piles of laundry everywhere. But anyway, I am finishing up the videos of Randy and mine time together in California. Did I say that right? Randy and my time together in California. And this is the part where we fulfill the, I won't say lifelong dream because that's not true, the 5-year-old dream of taking Maggie to the beach at Carmel. So maybe our dogs are spoiled. But we did have this dream that we had hatched back in 2019 when we spent our anniversary in Carmel-by-the-Sea, that someday maybe we could go back there and take our sweet dog Maggie, because something about the beach there and the atmosphere there and the dog, and it's a very dog-friendly city. It is so dog-friendly that it would be so much fun to be there with Maggie. Now, if you watch our other videos, you know we had to buy a new truck before we could do this. I had to learn to camp, drove the truck and the dogs and the camper across the country. Then the truck died, and then we got a new truck. But you can watch all that on other videos. This is when we finally get to our destination. And it had been such an interesting, fascinating trip and so great in so many ways. But our time here at our ultimate destination, Carmel and Monterey, was cut short because of the truck problems. So I did get to take Maggie to the beach at Carmel, which was my dream. I feel so silly saying that was my dream, but it kind of was. And it was just, California is so beautiful, and there's so many places you can take your dogs. I think it's interesting because they're just very clear. Some trails, no dogs at all. And other places you can take your dog and let them be off leash if they're well behaved and if they stay with you, which, as you'll see, sometimes when we're not following the rules and we had to cut this short. But anyway, it was just so fun to explore the area with dogs. Highly recommend it. And this is that week. From Carmel, just around Monterey, Carmel Valley, Carmel-by-the-Sea, a little bit of Big Sur. And here we are. So the girls and I are at a dog park in Salinas. I have had to deal with getting my truck camper put on our purchase today. So we have a not camper, cover. Got to get another key made for the truck today because we only got one. Little things to make life work again the way we expected it to, but that's how things go. Anyway, so it was interesting driving out here. Drove through beautiful farms. I mean, they weren't picturesque, but the soil looked amazing. And for me, anytime I see a farm stand, I get very happy. And here is like farm stand heaven. So I'm looking forward to the drive back. I might go to the Steinbeck Center here while I'm in Salinas because I've always wanted to see that. And then I'm probably going to stop at least one farm stand on the way back. This dog park is strikingly different than some of the little dreamy dog parks I've been to. There's big mud puddles and porta potties weren't serviced, so. I liked Salinas though. I did get my truck cover. I was not able to get a key, but the town was cute walking around, and I went to the National Steinbeck Center. Travels with Charlie is really such an enjoyable book, and I haven't read it in years, but I bought another copy while I was there. I know it's a lot of fiction, not just a really accurate story about his travel across the country, but I'm looking forward to reading that again. I love artichokes. So at this food truck at the artichoke farm, I got fried artichokes, artichoke soup, and marinated artichokes. And I enjoyed them all. I did share the marinated artichokes with Randy. Randy had kind of a long day at work that day, but after work we were able to go out into the Carmel Valley and find a restaurant that we both enjoyed. We're at Running Iron Restaurant in Carmel Valley. This is more cowboy boots than I've ever seen. Hanging from the ceiling. Big plate of nachos you got there. Mm-hmm. But really, I have a nice pear salad. Where are we? We're at Garland Ranch Regional Park. Yeah. About to take a little morning walk without our dogs.
Big stream there.
This beautiful park was only a mile or so from where we were camping. It is a great place to walk the dogs, but that morning we just decided to take a little time for ourselves. Right, first thing in the morning, just stretch our legs before we start the day. We're in the Carmel Valley last night, so we drove into Carmel Valley Village. Definitely got a cowboy ranch theme out here.
There.
What is that? Flood gauge?
It must be. I was looking at the recording device.
Or is it a?
It's like a.
Is it flood or is it earthquake?
I'm not sure, but it's a just a roll of paper.
It says waters, I guess.
And a pen.
Oh yeah.
And it's just going to produce a paper scroll. That is old school. Beautiful fireworks.
These moss-covered trees are so cool. We don't know what they are. And the forest is hard to capture, but the hillside is covered in these trees. Mr. California scrub jay. You act like a jay, you're not afraid of me. And here we are, on the beach at Carmel, Maggie. I was really so grateful that I was able to take Maggie to the beach at Carmel. It was as fun and as perfect as I thought it would be. I am so excited about this off-leash route area. So this type of BLM land we just don't have in the east that I know of. These are good parks. These are just beautiful. All right, guys. Are you ready? You gotta stay within 50 feet. Okay. Come on, girls, stay with me. Gotta stay within 50 feet. Maggie! Now, the girls did not read the sign, so we did this for a while and had a great time. They had so much fun, but they were not really following the rules all the time. And then really this was just another beautiful California hike that you find everywhere out there. It did take me about 2 hours at the self-service dog wash though to get Maggie clean. So my old man didn't feel left out. I put him in the car one day and we just went looking for a place where there was a path in Big Sur that dogs were allowed on. And we found one not far south of Carmel. It was gorgeous, and I happened to bump into a couple of women who asked me if this is where the lilies were. And it was. Hank and I stumbled across this canyon full of calla lilies. It's amazing down here. It's so beautiful. And this creek that leads down to the ocean. It's a little bit of a hike for Hank, but I think he can make it back up, I hope, because it's going to be fun to carry him with his hands. somewhere up here, this is the road into the RV park in Carmel Valley, and somewhere up here there are some pigs in a pen with a sign that says, "Please feed us." So I'm going to feed them some scraps from lunch and a turnip that we didn't eat. Hopefully they like that. Keep hands out of pen. I will happily do that. Alright, so here are things I love about Carmel. Besides, it's absolutely beautiful. You don't have to pay to park. Some of the parking has time limits where you have 2 hours to park, or you can't park between certain hours, but all the parking is free. And the houses are beautiful and the yards are beautiful. And yes, there are fences for privacy, but for the most part, you can walk around and really enjoy looking at this beautiful town. It's not like some places I could name where all the subdivisions are gated off and you can't go in and see the pretty yards and the pretty houses. In Carmel, even when you're a visitor, you can feel like you're really getting to see the place. And I mean, the shops are really nice. It's like a lot of places now. There's the Coach store. So there are national chains, Tiffany's, but there are also other more local shops that you can go in. And of course, it's the most dog-friendly city in the country. I actually wasn't sure if we would be able to find the trail again, the one that Hank and I had walked. So we just had to drive along and let me look and see if that looked like it. We did find it.
Wow. Amazing. It's beautiful. It's been so lush.
So once we found the right place, Randy did really also enjoy those paths that we had taken to see the calla lilies. He also loves watching the ocean, and he could fly his drone there, which was a benefit I didn't even expect. Randy and I have very different responses to that kind of surf. He wants to go out in the water and I want to watch it from a safe. Okay, so we're doing the 17-mile drive, which is a scenic drive around the Monterey Peninsula out to Pebble Beach. And this is the second stop on the tour, the Huckleberry Hill. And in the distance, in the distance you can see Randy. In the distance you're supposed to be able to see Santa Cruz. I'll take the word for that. So you pay $11.75 to drive this route, and there are many scenic overlooks. So John Steinbeck and Robert Louis Stevenson apparently like to sit up here.
But not together, we don't think.
The 17-mile drive was nice. We'd always resisted paying that fee just to drive around because there are so many beautiful places in California. But there were beautiful views, there was plenty of facilities, restrooms, trails, parking. Sometimes you were just in someone's neighborhood and that felt a little weird, but I think it's worth doing.
Okay.
I still can't get over the fact we're driving a truck with California plates. I mean, that we have.
It's huge too. I believe we did it. We parked.
Okay. It's very dark.
Yeah.
It really is very dark.
What's up? I bet we'll find some pretty good food here.
Hopefully. We're waiting for our table at Old Fisherman's Grotto. It looks very promising and very cozy. It's like an old school restaurant, 1950, I think it says on the menu.
Yeah, since 19.
Because we got local crabs.
Beautiful.
And we got a rose. Okay, so today we move on. It's Randy's last day here. But before we go, I'm going to make some brown rice in my Instapot, which this time at least I did bring my Instapot and my air fryer, and I've used them. It's nice to cook outside. I didn't bring my camp stove. But these you can set it and forget if it's cold outside, which is nice. Alright, Stouty fed the pigs again, some cauliflower this time, which they said they liked a little bit better than the Brussels sprouts and turnip. They told me to tell you. And now we're going to go to Fort Ord State Beach, right?
No.
That was called.
Something like that.
Dogs are allowed
State
on
dunes.
state dunes. Dogs are allowed on the main kind of pass-through trail, but not the beach and not the trails to the beach, which is fine because I want to see the dunes a little bit better than I saw on the roadside. And Randy's also playing with our new mirrors. Well, new to us, they go with the truck. This truck has the kind of mirrors you can turn when you're trailering. Does that seem to be helping? Or?
Well, the down low mirrors are great. I can really see, I can definitely see if the trailer's, if I'm about to pull the trailer over a curve or something like that, I can totally see it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And we haven't set up our rear view camera yet. We should do that
right.
at some point.
Right.
As we find it. We're still digging out the rubble.
The rubble of the lost truck.
Yeah.
Although really I like driving this truck better than the GMC, so that's kind of fun. Destination today, this is the road's a little rough. Destination today, final destination is Livermore, California, which is not far outside San Jose, because Randy's flying out of the San Jose airport tomorrow. And we have to stop at O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a couple of batteries because the repair we knew we had to make and we planned to make on this trip was to replace the trailer batteries because we let the trailer batteries run completely down.
Kill them.
Not disconnecting at one time.
Few
We
months
stored
ago.
it, yeah. And that was just an accident on our part completely.
Not sure how old they were. They may have been the original batteries.
I think they were, and I think like I RV that exact camper at the RV show. So the batteries are probably used pretty heavily.
Pretty old.
Yeah. So I don't feel too bad about it. There, see how it's filming. Okay, so touch the screen works. Oh, I don't know. I think I might be too old to use this awesome thing. We're at Fort Ord Dunes. Smells good here.
I can take pepper. It does.
Let's see.
You take pepper.
Yes, and I want it to. Okay, I guess I have to stop it. So touching this hat, Okay, so I don't love technology, and I'm trying to learn how to use all these cameras and things for this YouTube channel that I hope to build as we move into more travel life. But I have this Osmo gimbal that drives me crazy, and that's what I'm working on here.
Yeah, stop.
I think you do this on purpose. I think you set all the technology in our world to like you better.
Only work for me.
Yes, I do. I think you do that on
I
purpose.
wish I was that clever.
Well, I happen to know you are that
Or
clever.
had that much time.
We're gonna come back in a minute without the dogs too.
Yeah.
That'll be better.
Where are we at?
Fort Ord State Dunes.
Fort Ord State Dunes.
Oh well, finicky gimbal notwithstanding, this was a gorgeous place. We could walk the dogs some of the way, and then we put them back. It was a cool day. Put them back in the car so they could wait for us while we went down to the beach.
Very pretty. Wow. It's like a little slot you have to get down into. There.
This made it more of an adventure.
Yeah.
This is really pretty. The ice plants really make this place beautiful, but they did have a sign explaining how they were an invasive exotic. Oh well. See, they're so pretty though. And they're so multicolored on the dunes. The reds and the greens.
Or the native. Yep.
So this is our last beach outing because Randy's flight's tomorrow morning. We're gonna head from here inland into Silicon Valley, really, which Randy knows pretty well from work. And then I'll turn around and I do have some more exploring to do. But basically, me and the dogs headed home. So that was goodbye to the Pacific for now. There's plenty more to come on this trip. I still have to get home. And I stop at different places and see new things. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop me a like. And if you'd like to see the rest of the trip home and our other travels, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
So hold tight.